All right, so real quick, the last thing we're going to talk about today is what the fuck is MAGA communism? Yeah, I didn't stutter. You heard that correctly. What is MAGA communism? MAGA communism? MAGA communism. MAGA communism. It's like MAGA and communism, you know. At first glance, I was like, you mean National Socialism. I've heard of these guys. They wrote a book. And then I felt some ways about some other books. You know, I just did a big piece about how those guys felt about books. Well, it's something a little bit different, but at the same time, not so different. Not so really so different in the least. So my dude Mike from the Humanist Report, he sent out a tweet yesterday that absolutely sent me down the most disgusting rabbit hole that I think I've been down in a while, and I wanted to wash my face and my feet after I was done climbing, fingernailing my way out of it. It's strange and disgusting, and I wanted to share a little bit about how that all got started with the class. So this is Jackson Hinkle, and we'll get into a little bit about him here in just a second. But this is Jackson Hinkle, alleged MAGA communist. He and this is him appearing on OAN. Let's pull this up real quick. And this is him appearing on OAN. Now, he refers to himself as the most censored man on YouTube. He's the host of The Dive with Jackson Hinkle. Yeah, you're going to want to Google some MAGA communism. Maybe take a look at it on Twitter and see what pops up for you. But let's take a listen. Again, this is a communist here, folks, I guess, on OAN.
Across you most recently with the trending hashtag MAGA communism. Now, a lot of people are going to hear that hashtag MAGA communism and be a little bit confused. So I'm going to let you explain what that means, because I don't think you're a communist, Jackson.
Well, I actually am a communist, but at the end of the day, communists have a lot of the same goals as working class Americans made up in the MAGA movement. We want more prosperity for average Americans. We want to end big tech. We want to end big agriculture, big pharma. We want to stop the monopolies and the subsidization of monopolies all across America. And we want to reinstill patriotic education in this country. We don't want open borders. We don't want, a green fascist push amongst our people. These aren't things that we support because we are average Americans as well. And the synthetic leftists today, the Democratic Party and the so-called progressives, they're far close, though they might call themselves socialists, they're far closer aligned with, the quote-unquote National Socialists in Nazi Germany than
I've never heard anyone ever refer to National Socialism as being a leftist ideology until about 2011. Ever. Never read it. No. Folks, quick show of hands. Who in the audience has read the Communist Manifesto? Okay. Quick show of hands. Who in the audience has read Mein Kampf? Never one time have I ever heard anyone refer to or read anything that referred to National Socialism, Nazism, if you will, the National Sozialistische Arbeiterparty, as anything but right wing. And now it's like I'm just seeing it fucking everywhere.
And any sort of, socialism that we see unfolding of true industrialization in, say, China today or the Soviet Union. And though, average Americans can have many disputes and concerns over the Soviet Union or China today, we have to recognize that these are two countries that chose industrialization over the World Economic Forum path today that's pushing depopulation and degrowth. So We as communists want to unite with MAGA voters and finish the job of Donald Trump, which is, uprooting liberalism from America and getting the globalists out of the MAGA movement, because there's
There it is. The globalists. Democrats are the real National Socialists. We're trying to do the work of Donald Trump and overthrow the globalists. What's that a key word for? Look, folks, I expect that my audience isn't that fucking stupid as the OAN audience who is watching this garbage and now is populating Twitter and making this shit trend like mad. When they talk about globalists, it's a trade word for Jews. Okay? There's no like soft way to put that. It's a trade word for world Jewry, for fascists. It's how they communicate with each other. In the next clip, we're going to show, we're going to show Jackson Hinkle making reference to George Soros. Also, key in on this shit.
so many globalists that are trying to co-opt the MAGA movement and bring about neoconservatism in the MAGA movement. We need to do away with that. We need to do away with people like John Bolton and Mike Pompeo and make sure that this is truly a working class movement.
I came.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe your boy Chainsaw just don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I could be wrong. It's happened before.
All right, you've made your assessment that they're getting preferential treatment because they're not being roasted by the establishment, and then you're saying that they're getting
Referencing Justice Democrats and progressives, progressive Democrats also overlap with Justice Democrats in the U.S. House. Take a look at Sam Cedars' panels there. Let's get on that patreon.com/chainsaw_ccc. Boy, Chainsaw get some purple panels behind him here. I'm just saying.
getting money from George Soros?
Yes.
Okay, there it is.
So it was very obvious to me that Sam Cedar did not prepare for this debate. I don't feel like he did his research on Jackson Hinkle. I don't think he really looked into who Jackson Hinkle was and really watched Jackson Hinkle's videos, because he did not come across prepared in this debate at all.
So again, this is Sabby Sabs on YouTube. Apparently she's got her own podcast. Just found out about her today. Referencing, it looks like Jackson Hinkle trolling Sam Cedar, or maybe they set this up previously. Sam Cedar, I have seen him on Gregory Harden's YouTube channel, podcast show, recording out of the same studio. Some of us are lazy. That's a thing. But I don't know if he called into the Majority Report or if he set this up previously for his show, but it's looking like he's certainly using it. Your boy Chainsaw ain't above pirating from other shows, Kevin. But this all of this is it's so freaky and fucking surreal. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers on how this conversation is going to go, because we're just going to jump into this real quick and jump out. But just the simple fact that this is a black woman commenting in support of Jackson Hinkle, and in the way that she's going to, really speaks volumes about where these MAGA communists are and how they're pushing their message to folks, and who's falling for it. And it's ominous AF.
So now they're about to bring up the money. So Jackson Hinkle mentions George Soros, and he's like, they're getting money from George Soros? So either Sam Cedar.
Yeah, because Sam Cedar's Jewish and he fucking smells that shit. I'm fucking Asian and I smell this shit. Girl, what is going on here?
here just clearly did not realize that, which is still a failure on his part. He's been doing this a lot longer than we have. I knew about the money from George Soros. How come he wouldn't know about the money from George Soros?
Now, funny thing, they're actually going to bring up how much money we're talking about here from George Soros. And I want you to pay close attention to the amount of money that they're talking about here, receiving from George Soros.
Or he does know about it and he's playing dumb.
Ah.
Either way, it's not a good look.
It's not a good look. That's for fucking sure.
In the form of giving it to the Sunrise Movement?
No, Ilhan Omar received direct contributions.
And this is true. You can fact check it. I looked it up myself. Ilhan Omar did receive monetary contributions from George Soros.
How much?
How much?
From George Soros.
She received, let me pull it up here. She received, between George Soros, Andrea Soros, and Alex Soros, she received $2,700, $5,600 in 2020, and then in 2018, $2,700 respectively.
Okay. All right. I didn't realize she had received $2,700 in multiple years.
You dumb fucking cocksuckers. Are you out of your fucking mind? All fucking god shit. What the Ilhan Omar received monetary contribution. She's a sellout for George Soros because he's contributing money. Well, how much money? I don't like $2,000. Motherfucker, I gave Kevin Paffra me. Fucking me. Me, this guy, this face. I gave Kevin Paffrath a fucking $1,000 for his campaign. The guy's in California. I'm not in fucking California. He wasn't going to be my fucking governor. My governor's that fucking gumless piece of shit in Jefferson City. I gave Kevin Paffrath $1,000. They're talking about, I can't even get Kevin Paffrath to answer a fucking email. They're talking about, oh, George Soros gave Ilhan Omar $2,500 and, you know, she's a sellout and a shill for, oh, what the fuck are we doing here? She's a sellout and a shill for the you know, the globalists. You fucking egghead. Are you shitting me right now, bro? Are you shitting my pants right now? Because it fucking smells funny in here.
And so you're contending that they sold out for over $2,700 from George Soros.
Yeah, I haven't seen this in a minute, so like I checked this out earlier, but I think she's about to defend this dumb shit over this dumb shit. I don't even know if I want to watch this.
Now he's just being an asshole.
No, that's real, bro. I gave Kevin Paffrath $1,000. George Soros gave her 20-something. 2 of those. Less than 3. That's not being an asshole. That's fucking real. Like that is so real. What the fuck are you talking about? Look at that fucking microphone. How much did that shit cost you? How many of those do you think you could buy with $1,000? Do that twice. 2 times. What the fuck? Your audience must be fucking stupider than my audience thinks that I am. Oh my God.
That smug, condescending told like, oh, they sold out for this $2,700.
That's what the guy said.
It doesn't matter what the amount was that George Soros gave them.
Yes, it fucking does.
The fact that they took money from a billionaire is problematic in itself.
No, it's fucking not. I mean, it can be. Well, you know, I mean, there are some politicians that, like, you know, you could probably look at right now that I looked at when I was looking this up that I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of money, bro. Like, holy shit. But it's not $3,000, you fucking shill.
That means they expect something in return.
And what would that be for $3,000? For $2,700 fucking dollars and 26 cents? What would that be in return? fucking you can't even buy a fucking used car for that, you fucking bunch of weirdos.
That means they expect you to toe the establishment line.
For $2,700? Come on. Okay, now look, man.
Which is exactly what the squad has been doing. Sam Cedar is trying to be a jackass and basically say, oh God, they sold out. What an ass.
What the fuck? Come on. Again, you know, not to sound like that guy, not to get all those people that I was talking about a second ago, like even more reason to be like, chainsaw, man, God, I can't believe he's. But look, I mean, come on, let's be fucking real here. Like, how you can't even buy a fucking used car for $2,700. That's gonna make it more than, you know, 2,700 miles down the fucking road. You got to be absolutely shitting me right now. But again, this is how dangerous and corrupt this stupid shit is. And I urge you to take a look at Non-Compete did a huge, bigly huge video on this. I'll try and remember to leave a link in the description. It's fantastic. Talking about how Jackson Hinkle and these MAGA communists are just MAGA people. It's just MAGA fascism. They're just trying to trick people, and obviously they're doing a really good job at it because the idea that a black woman would come to this conclusion, who obviously she seems to be very much in tune with the Justice Democrats and the progressive movement, but is frustrated by results. Hey, I get it. But these people are actively working against you. How do I know this? Because they're actively working against me, an Asian man. I can smell that shit. My fucking racist sniffer, it works really fucking good. Believe me. Believe me. Yours seems to be broken, and what the fuck? I mean, it's because the propaganda is that good. I started taking a look at this shit, and it actually consumed most of my evening. I'm not even going to tell you half the shit that I was looking up, but it got really gross. It made me want to rip my skin off and take 5 showers. I'm just saying. But as a minority and as a woman, this should be an easy answer. That these white supremacist pieces of trash have fucking are tricking people and have clearly tricked you. What the fuck? Come on now. Come on. The next time I come across some silly shit and I come across Sabby Sabs, you know, I'm hoping to God that there's a whole lot more common sense coming out. You know, I'm not going to say that I agree 100% with, you know, the folks that I also see who are doing the kind of thing that she's doing, who are doing the kind of thing that I'm doing and doing the kind of thing that, you know, these two assholes are doing as far as, you know, sitting behind a mic and wearing some, you know, some fancy lights and, you know, talking some shit. Because I don't, but my God, like, you picked the wrong one, and I'm seeing a lot more really good, really fucking smart people picking the wrong ones. This is a serious problem. I wasn't even going to talk about this beyond just being like, oh, what the fuck, and sending a tweet and being like, that's cute. Oh, I never knew this was a thing. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite us in the ass in 20 years. The problem is I already know a lot of really smart people, really good people, good-hearted people, like I'm sure that Sabby Sabs is, who are falling for this dumb shit. And when you take away all of the baggage, it's really easy to see the path that they made it down to get there. It's disturbing, and I wish that I had never, I blame Mike from the Humanist Report for even bringing this to my attention, because I could have just like lived the rest of my life and died happy not knowing that anyone had ever even considered that this was a thing. This is the epitome of disinformation at its most obtuse level, and it just I can't. This is the near equivalency to the QAnon folks, but in real time, and they're legit motivating leftists. It works. They're taking leftists, they're taking hardcore progressive leftists, and they're turning them into this. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I'm when it comes to matters of bigotry and racism, it's pretty blatant to me, and it's easy to see. This is not what this reeks of just fascism and bigotry, and it's a good trick. It's a really, really good trick. So watch your asses, I guess, because it's a good trick. Anyway, that's all we got for you here today. Listen, if you like this kind of content, or you like any of the shit that I said, feel free and smash that subscribe button. You know how it goes. Follow me on Twitter at ChainsawCCC. If you love it so much that you just can't stand yourself, jump on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/ChainsawCCC or chainsawccc.com/Patreon, or join, or whatever one it is. Just Google it. But sign up, support the show monetarily, because it's what keeps your boy Chainsaw's purple lights on, and keeps me from having to cut grass for a living, because that's the next option, right? But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flippy flink bong. Rock and roll.